Alright, so I'm going to be talking about the current state of multiverses and kind of my opinions on it because I've seen a lot of videos recently talking about how, oh, this game is like terrible. And I mean, like, the amount of videos I've seen of people just being like, oh, I used to love this game, but yeah, now it's complete trash is unprecedented. There are so many. I never thought I'd ever come to this consensus in a game, but honestly, I think the beta, quote unquote, if that's what you want to call it, but let's be totally honest, if you add microtransactions and characters and battle passes, it's not a beta. It's just that it failed so hard that they're like, oh, this was a beta the whole time. So we're gonna see you in a year, goodbye, and then you get like nothing on the game. And then a year is just like, oh, it's coming out again. Great, yeah. Except this release, like, oh my god, it was such a disaster. Number one, they slowed the game down by like 20%, I think it was. Everyone's slower. The movement speed is slower, the attacks are slower, things go out slower, the recovery time is longer, everything. And oh my god, it feels so clunky to play. Not to mention the input delay in this game is terrible. Sometimes it doesn't even do the right move. Like, for example, let's say you do a side light. And then, like, while you're doing that side light, let's say you do a down light, like, while you're in the side light animation, but then you change your mind, like, nah, I'm going to do a side light again. It'll do the down light, even though you inputted it before your first move is even over, and then change your mind when that move is over and inputted something else, it'll still do the other input. It's so horrible. Not to mention, sometimes the move just doesn't even go out. Like, sometimes you attack and it's just like, nah, no, I'm good. And the hitboxes in this game, oh my god, they are on par with Dead by Daylight. Honestly, that's giving Dead by Daylight too much, like, not enough credit. Because at least when you connect in Dead by Daylight, it connects most of the time. But in this game, you're going right through people half the time. And sometimes you're behind them, punching the air, and they're going flying up. And I'm like, what the hell? You're hitting me forward and I'm going up when I'm behind you. Like, how does that even work? And because of all that, I mean, hell, they even had to put Iron Giant in the workshop and completely remove him because he was just so broken. Like, did you not playtest at all? Like, what the hell? You get a year to add how many characters? Two. Two characters. No, I'm sorry, three. Three characters. And again, the hitboxes on all three of these characters are horrible. Jason, I will admit, Jason's pretty fun. I do like playing Jason. Banana Guard is a little overpowered purely because the hitboxes in this game are so terrible, and his side sig is so forgiving. You have to jump to fucking Mars to avoid this thing. Its hitbox is so big. It's ridiculous. And then Joker is just kind of whatever. He's definitely. I bought him, or not with money. I spent the currency to get Joker. Costed 6,000. I'm like, okay, all right, let's see how he plays. I played him a couple times, and I'm like, yeah, this is really not that good. And even I never go up against him. He's the new character, and I never go up against him. Like, what the hell? Like, I go up against Jason every 5 minutes, but I never go up against Joker. I go up against Banana Guard a lot as well, but that's besides the point. Also, it completely reset your levels for everything. So, like, my levels on Wonder Woman and Harley Quinn and, like, all these different characters completely reset. Really sucks, but, you know, whatever. I mostly just play characters depending on what the challenges need. And let's just get into that real quick, because the battle pass in this game, oh boy, I don't even know where to start. First off, I think this is free. I think Jason is free. I don't know, because I played the beta. I got the premium battle pass for free, which is, you know, that's really nice that they did that. They didn't have to do that. I'm glad they did. But if Jason is not free, oh my god, we're going to be starting getting into Overwatch 2 territory, where the game's going to become stupidly pay to win. It's basically just, you didn't spend money on the game? Well, fuck you. You don't get to play this character. And, oh, I really hope the game doesn't go down that route. Because this Battle Pass has some decent stuff in it, but it takes, I don't think it shows you here. Like, will it? Will it show me? No, it doesn't. But it takes thousands of XP, like 3,000 for a single tier. Look at these challenges. 400, 200, 200, 200, 200. Weekly challenges, 750. And first off, hit a fully charged attack with Jason, that's never happening. You will have to have enemies with the IQ of a blueberry in order to get that. And I don't even think it works. It's so badly designed. In the daily challenges, 150. Oh, okay, I can claim that. 150. And you need like 3,000. Do the math. Yeah, I still need 1,665 to get up one time. And there's 70 tiers. 70. And there's only so many challenges. And some of these challenges are just like realistically never going to happen. Like these, they're basically pointless. Oh wow, I haven't done a lot of these. Okay, they're basically pointless. They're towards these events, which, you know, that's fine. You get some stuff. I'm not mad about that. But like, this game feels like a chore. Another YouTuber brought it up. I don't remember his name. I'm sorry, but he set up like after you go to work, you clock in and then you clock out. And then when you get on this game, it's like you're working. It's like you're clocking in, you're doing your dailies, you're doing this stuff, and then you clock out when you're done. It's like a job. It's like a second job, and it's ridiculous. Except at least jobs don't make you pay ridiculous microtransactions. Like, oh, I want to get into this. Look at this. $20 for $10 worth of Gleamium. I will admit, 6,000 fighter currency, that's pretty decent. And then you get a useless KO effect, which is worth nothing. And then you get a single skin for $20. This skin is worth $5. So really the only thing that's worth it are these two things. And even then, that's only $10 worth, which you can easily get in any other places. You can level up characters. Once you get them to level 15, you get 150 Gleamium for every single character is like that. Not to mention they have events, which gives you Gleamium, like this one. It's not here yet, but eventually it will. And then these also give you Gleamium, I think. Yeah, 250. And then the dailies also give you Gleamium. So, like, you're paying $20 for something that you can easily get for free. So you're basically paying $20 for a skin that's worth a fifth of or a fourth of that price. This is absolutely useless. And then you're paying for two characters, which you can just get by playing the game. But it takes so goddamn long to acquire fighter currency that honestly, I feel like these are encouraged to buy. Like this. $10. This is like really? This is what you're gonna put in it. This. Name one person who is ever going to use that. One. In these featured items. Look. $2,160 for the Superman character, who is cheap, by the way. You can get him relatively easily. A skin, which is just a reskin. A player icon, and an announcer pack, which these two are completely meaningless and total fillers. So you're basically paying $20 for a character that you can get relatively easy and a reskin for $20. Let's check it this one. You get a character that you can get relatively easily and a reskin for $1,350. Bruh. A single character, $10. Like, these microtransactions are ridiculous. It is so stupid. And the progression is so slow. You have to play this game constantly. For a while, it was 5 Battle Pass XP for when you lose a game, and 10 XP if you win. 10. You need like 3,000 to get a level. You'd have to win 300 games in order to get one tier. And there is 70. 70. Thankfully, they changed it to where now it's 50, which, oh boy, you need to win how many games to get one tier? And again, there's 70. It is ridiculously slow. And really, the only real way to get XP is just by doing dailies and weeklies. And once you run out of those, you basically have nothing to do. Because these training missions, you're going to have to sit there and grind the PvE, which, oh my god, I don't even want to get into the PvE. It's so boring. It's basically just online, but playing with bots. It's so boring. There's nothing to it. And the balancing, I need to talk about the balancing. Oh my god, never have I seen a game so poorly balanced. There's certain characters, like let's say, like some of these characters I will admit were definitely a little overpowered in the beta. Velma was definitely a little OP in the beta. I don't think she was as good as people made her out to be. I just think a lot of people were really annoyed by her because she was pretty annoying to go against, I will say that. But they made her completely useless. She is terrible. I have I don't know, I think I have like 50 hours on this game, including the beta. I have never seen one person play Velma. I am the only person who's played Velma. Nobody. No one. Because why the hell would I ever play Velma? It's a support character. in a fighting game. So basically, she's completely useless in 1v1. Why the hell would I ever play Velma when I could just play Jason, or Banana Guard, or Harley Quinn and eliminate people in 0.5 seconds? Like, it's ridiculous. It's so badly balanced. And then there's other characters that are just really annoying to fight, like Shaggy. And oh my god, I don't even want to talk about how much people just spam side sig on Shaggy. It gets so old. And another problem I've been having with the game. Everyone just goes AFK and just farms. I mean, you don't even get that much XP, so maybe that's why they're possibly doing it, because the XP in this game is so slow. But what is the point of just loading into a 2v2 game and then just sitting there, not doing anything? You're just ruining everyone else's experience. Not to mention, if you played the game and won, you get more XP. So I don't understand why you're just sitting there not doing anything. Maybe because they just don't want to play the game and they just want to get XP and farm Battle Pass XP by doing nothing because they're sick of playing the game or whatever. But it's so boring. It's just like, why? Like, they have to do something about that. So essentially, half my games are just my teammates or the enemies going AFK, and then just ending up either I kill myself a bunch of times because my teammate's AFK, or I just kill the AFK enemies right away just so we can get the game over with. And the crashes, the bugs, all that's there, but I think they should just focus on trying to make the progression better. Microtransactions, that's one thing, because you don't need to buy these. They're overpriced, yes, but at the end of the day, if you don't buy them, it really doesn't affect you. This game isn't super pay-to-win or anything. I mean, it's a little pay-to-win, but not, like, awful. There's no gambling or anything like that. It's not like a gacha game, and thank God. But you have all these awesome characters and all these cool movesets, and then you lock them all behind either a grind or a paywall. And the grind is ridiculous. Let's just see. 3,000 for a single character. Joker was 6,000, but 3,000 for a single character. The only way to get these fighter currency is through challenges. And like, let's see, one challenge. These are the only challenges that give you it. And the daily missions, they don't give you it. Weekly missions, they don't give you it. This doesn't give you it. Literally, if you sit here and grind the game for events and challenges, that is the only way you will ever get fighter currency. Just playing games, doing good, and winning? Nope. Nothing. You have to sit here and grind a character as well, which doesn't even give you that much. A character level 5 gives you 100. You need 3,000 to get one character. See how many characters there are? That's going to take fucking forever. It's ridiculous. Yes, they do get the whole, like, limited event, like, or limited time, like, free characters and stuff, but they're only here for, like, a couple days, and you don't even get them permanently, so it really doesn't even matter. Plus, they always do the, like, the relatively cheaper characters. Like, they're never going to make Joker free. Because he's 6,000. He costed 6,000. That was ridiculously long grind, and he's not even worth it, at least in my opinion. I just really want them to listen to the community. I'll be honest, they did do something when they increased the Battle Pass XP for matches. I do like that they did that. It's still not much, but it's something. But there's just nothing to do other than just grind for characters. There's nothing to do unless you just want to sit here and grind, which is, I mean, yeah, obviously there has to be elements of grinding, but it's so slow and it's so unrewarding. Like a Batman and Joker event. Why the hell are you giving us a Jason skin? And this stuff here isn't even worth it. You have to do so many challenges to get 500 XP when you need 3,000. And 1,000 XP when you need 3,000. 600 fighter currency. Awesome. But it doesn't even matter because that is basically nothing in the grand scheme of things when you need so much to just get a single character. And it's so slow. Literally half my issues of this game and the progression would just be fixed if you got fighter currency by just playing the game. 25 if you lose, 50 if you win, boom. That means the game will reward you for playing more, instead of just sitting here doing your dailies and then leaving. It's just so poorly designed. Now, I'm not going to say this game is the most greedy thing ever, because it's not. It's really not. But this game is in serious trouble. And if they just keep making stuff like this, and keep doing things like this, the game's not going to survive. It's just going to end up dying off like the beta, to where they don't add any content. Like the hell, the game didn't... You launch a beta, quote-unquote beta, with no ranked. All right, and ranked isn't even here yet. What the hell were you doing with that entire like year's worth of game development time? All you added was a couple characters and a battle pass, and then some events, which basically are meaningless. Like they don't actually really provide any content. It's just like some rewards and a skin. That's what you spent your time on, really. This is like Suicide Squad levels of just what the hell were you doing? You had all this time and you did nothing with it. Instead, you decided to nerf the actual gameplay, slow it down, remove things, and then add microtransactions. Like a lot of microtransactions. Like a lot of microtransactions. Sure, you added this stuff, which I'll be honest is pretty cool. But even then, it's going to take forever to get anywhere. 100,000 for a single Batman Who Laughs skin. Cool skin. But look how much I have. You barely get prestige. And even then, you get less than 1,000 at a time. And you need 100,000 for a single skin. I have not seen a single person who has that. Believe me, there's people who will grind and grind to get shit like this. And it's been out for a couple weeks, and no one has this yet. That's kind of a red flag. Like, I was running into Suicide Squad, I was running into people who had Joker in, like, the first day. They sat there and just grinded it. Believe me, there's people who will grind games like this. But they just don't. Because it takes so goddamn long, and there's so little ways to actually get rewards. Overall, this game is in a really rough state. I want it to improve. I'm going to play it. I'm not spending any money on it. I haven't spent any money on it. At least I spent a little money on the beta, I will admit. I definitely got the battle pass in the beta, but that's because the game was really fun. But I just think the best thing that they could do is just make it so you get fighter currency for playing matches. And go back to and increase the speed again. Why'd you slow the game down? You're hurting casuals and pros. Like, I just don't understand. There's no winning that in that situation. It's just really just mind-boggling as to what they're doing. Like, what? What are you thinking? It's like they made a game solely as like a money-making machine. It's like this game is not made for the players to enjoy, and in turn, you make a game we enjoy, we give you money because we enjoy it, and we think, okay, this developer cares, I'm going to support them. Instead, you're just like, okay, here's the bare minimum you can do, now go fuck yourself. And it's just so poorly designed, and I really hope the developers listen. Thankfully, I think they have been taking some of the criticisms into account, like they increased the Battle Pass XP for match. Hey, that's a good start, but there's so many issues this game has. And after a year in development, what were you doing? Seriously, what were you doing? All you did was just remove features, slow the game down, and add a shit ton of microtransactions and grindy elements. I really hope this game improves. But I don't know if it will. So that is all I got. I'm really kind of stretching for things at this point. I don't really play this game that much because honestly it's just kind of boring because there's really nothing to do other than just sit and play 2v2, but even then the combat's a lot slower. But overall, I think this game is still fun, but it's in a rough state. And I don't think it'll ever go back to peak beta numbers, like 100,000 I think is what it peaked at. It'll never go there again, ever. But I do really hope this game improves. And I hope that the community is able to stay with it. Because I do like this game, and there's potential there. But I don't know if they fully realize what they have, or if this is just a money laundering scheme to them. This game was made solely for the purpose of just printing money. No passion, no real good being put into the game's development. Just, okay, how can we milk money out of people? I really hope it doesn't go that route, but it's starting to look like it is. So, that's all I got for you. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.